Hi, I'm Drew D'Amelia, and today's movie is Get Out. Get Out is a very validating movie, because I find myself often telling people to get the fuck out of my house. And this movie, it just gets me. Get Out was fantastic. I'm fascinated by the story because it feels so fresh to me. A horror movie exploring modern racial tensions between blacks and whites from the black perspective. And even if you take the premise out of it, just the fact it's a horror comedy, how many of those do we get these days that are legitimately funny and scary? For me, Get Out succeeded on both fronts. And for me, all the scares came from tension in the movie, which I feel are the best kind of scares. The humor was also, funny, which is nice. Intriguingly, both the humor and the horror often came from the same place. The premise of how these tensions were being created was both hilarious and horrifying at the same time, just by the fact it was so absurd, but at the same time, not something you could completely dismiss. Beyond just being a fresh premise, it was a tightly written and satisfying story. From what the movie gave you, it paid off exactly how you would want a movie with this perspective to pay off. I will say that the first 20 minutes were a bit of a slog to get through. I definitely think it could have been cut down more without hurting the movie. I thought the casting in particular was very good. All of the characters, especially the main family, felt very memorable to me. I'm also thrilled that this movie was written and directed by Jordan Peele, who comes from a sketch comedy background. I'm always supporting sketch comedy people, and it's amazing to see them branch out and do different things like this. I'm also glad Peele is starting to get some more attention, because I was beginning to get bothered that Key was overshadowing him, but now it really seems like they're on an even keel. Key and Peele, combined to make Keel. That's interesting. Also, I'm aware that some people are going to be apprehensive about seeing this movie because it really seems like it has a political agenda, and to those people, yes, this is one of those subjects where the movie has to pick a side, and it does, and it portrays white people in a bad light. But I think it's important to realize that this movie is an idea, not a fact. It prompts thought on a real issue through fiction, not through absolute realism. And it does so in service of a genuinely fulfilling movie. So, if you were ever going to expose yourself to something a little different, it may as well be to one of the best reviewed movies of the decade. So, see Get Out. Come on, just see it. It's a really good movie. I really liked it. I saw it and I don't even like horror movies. I saw it and I don't even like black people. Anyway, that's all from me. Now, get the fuck out of my house!